Welcome to Learning English with Capt Binoy, Varakil, Assistant Professor, Department of English, St. Joseph's College, Devagiri, Kozhikode, Kerala. Today we discuss one of the poems of Dylan Thomas, and the poem is A Refusal to Mourn the Death by Fire of a Child in London. So before discussing the poem or before reciting the poem, let us just have an idea of the life of Dylan Thomas. Dylan Thomas was born on 27th October 1914 in Swansea, Wales. He attended the local grammar school where his father D.J. Thomas taught English. After leaving school in 1931, he joined the staff of South Wales Daily Post as a reporter. In 1934, Thomas moved to London. His book, 18 Poems, was praised by Edwin Muir in The Listener for its purely poetic force. 25 poems appeared in 1936. In 1937, he married Caitlin McNamara. His collected poems appeared in 1952. During a visit to America, he died on 9th November 1953 in New York. His body was brought to Wales and buried in St. Martin's Churchyard. Now, Dylan Thomas' principal service to English poetry has been the remaking of the language to express his vision. His verse is characterized by its sinewy vigor, its singular originality, and its concentrated force. Reading Dylan Thomas, we rarely find uncommon words, yet all the words seem tantalizingly unfamiliar, pressed by the poet into strange image combinations. The sexual imagery that dominated the early verse is gradually replaced by a deepening religious faith. The poems in Death and Entrances, his most distinguished and enduring collection, are instinct with vivid color, compelling music, and memorable rhetoric. The favored themes are recollections of childhood and death. Now we recite the poem A Refusal to Mourn the Death by Fire of a Child in London. So I can tell you a little bit about the poem. A Refusal to Mourn the Death by Fire of a Child in London is a poem about a child killed in an air raid during World War II. It's one of the most memorable of war poems. It was written in March 1945 and sent to Vernon Watkins on 28 March. It was first published in New Republic on 14th May 1945. Death is a return to life. The speaker of the poem refuses to mourn the child's death till the darkness, which is the source of life, brings the world to an end. In effect, the postponement of mourning is tantamount to a cancellation. It will be postponed till mourning will have become an irrelevance. Human tragedy should be seen against the perspective of the timeless. Now let's listen to the wonderful poem Refusal to Mourn the Death by Fire of a Child in London. Never until the mankind making bird, beast, and flower, fathering and all humbling darkness, tells with silence the last light breaking and the still hour is scum of the sea tumbling in harness. And I must enter again the round Zion of the water bead and the synagogue of the ear of corn. Shall I let pray the shadow of a sound, or sow my salt seed in the least valley of sackcloth to mourn? The majesty and burning of the child's death, I shall not murder the mankind of her going with a grave truce, nor blaspheme down the stations of the breath with any further elegy of innocence and youth. Deep with the first dead lies London's daughter, robbed in the long fence. The grains beyond age, the dark veins of her mother, secret by the unmourning water of the riding Thames. After the first, there is no other. Thank you.